To present our final award representing BC Housing, a 12-year partner, and for their 8th year in a row, a gold presenting community partner, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of BC Housing Management Commission, Shane Ramsey.
The category of social adversity recognizes that person who has demonstrated inspirational achievement in their lives in the face of discrimination, abuse, poverty, or other forms of significant adversity.
She had only one choice in life, to live or die. If she surrendered, her 4 young children would be at her husband's mercy. If she lived, the abuse would continue. Soul-destroying emotional and verbal abuse. Life-threatening physical abuse. Over 11.5 years, she had 9 jaw or facial surgeries as a result of his beatings. He had attempted to electrocute her, hang her, drown her, and once he had doused her in kerosene, then handed her a match. "I've done the hard part," he said. "You do the rest." She was 25 years old. Her name is Kamaldhillon. It had been an arranged marriage, but from their first night together, her life was a nightmare. He was an alcoholic, and the alcohol fueled his violence. It was 1979, and her mother-in-law told her, "What happens within these walls, stay within these walls. He is your God now, and you will worship him." Worship him when he rapes and sodomizes you. Worship him when he breaks your jaw. Soon, she was pregnant, but the abuse did not stop. He threatened to shoot her and her parents if she left him. 3 more children, all of them as beautiful as summer sun. But the abuse did not stop. 11 endless years. Her children would freeze with fear as their father lashed out. They knew what Kamal knew, that one day he would kill her. When he beat her in a parking lot, the police were called. Not by her, by a witness. To avoid a trial, he moved them to India, where his family was wealthy and enjoyed a prominent place in society. And the beatings got worse, now an almost daily occurrence. There was nowhere to turn, no hope to be found. Wealth equals power, and his family's power base included the police. There are no miracles in this story, no last-minute reprieves, just the powerful spirit of a young woman whose daily life, whose every minute was unimaginable. Finally, in desperation, she told his family she was moving to Canada. "Fine," they said, "but not with the children." So in the lowest moment of her life, she left to save her life. Left and flew back to Canada, her children's tears still drying on her sari. Now she had nothing, absolutely nothing. And the horror wasn't over yet. Soon after she returned to Canada, her husband followed. With no hope and no resources, she lived with him again. Soon after, her 2 eldest children were sent to join them, and the beatings resumed. Finally, in the middle of a dark night, she stole away with the children and went to a women's shelter. But he found her and dragged her home. She left again, and this time he didn't find her. That year would see the 2 children and her running from shelter to shelter. Overriding her fear was the loss of her 2 youngest children still in India. Finally, she could stand it no longer, and in spite of her fear, she flew to India, marched into their school, and took them back to Canada with her. The children had been told she was dead. Words cannot describe the joy of their reunion. Back in Canada, Kamal finally set about building the life she had never known. She educated herself about finance and her legal rights. She went back to college and joined a church. Her husband finally gave up and returned to India, and Kamal began to soar. She was creating a new life and building a career while giving her children the loving, gentle home they had never known. She had numerous surgeries on her jaw to fix the damage he had done, but still lives with constant pain. And she began to speak about her experiences to other women at her temple, to police groups, and on talk radio. Finally, in 1998, word came that he was dead, killed in mysterious circumstances. She and the children returned to India for his funeral. When it was required, as tradition dictated, standing at the funeral pyre, Kamal didn't hesitate to light the match. For the first time in her life, she was finally free. Today, Kamal fearlessly speaks for those suffering as she once suffered. Her book, Black and Blue Sari, was published in 2009 and exposes a secret wound that has too long been allowed to fester. Her story and continued survival is a beacon shining through the dark night of fear. Those who see its light are given hope. Hope that they too will find what Kamal has found, the courage to come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 Courage to Come Back Award recipient for social adversity, Kamaldhillon.
Old age. Thank you. Whenever my kids attend, I just find it hard to speak. So don't come back. Thank you, first of all, to my children. Who knew we'd be here today? I didn't know I'd live past 18. And now I'm 51. With not only 4 beautiful children. Terrence, you're not here, but love you, baby. You're at home. My 2 grandchildren, Caleb and Faith, and my grand dog. Good evening. I thought since they made me last, I was going to punish you. I was going to stand here and read the entire book to you. But to make it better, you can buy it. Thank you for coming tonight. I am so honored to have been chosen for this award, and I want to thank you and the committee for Courage to Come Back, and the foundation, and the person that nominated me. I would like to start off by asking you a question. What if you could save a life tomorrow by doing one very simple thing? Right now, somewhere, a woman is being abused. A child is hiding under the bed. That might not mean anything to you unless that woman is your mother, your sister, or your daughter. For many, unfortunately, home is where they face a regime of violence, terror, even death, at the hands of someone close to them, someone they should be able to trust. Going back to the question I asked earlier, I'm sure you would all say yes. Yes, I will save a life. It's as simple as being proactive. For example, becoming more observant, because abuse doesn't have to be black and blue. Abuse is very silent. Abuse is hidden. Making more time to develop a relationship with someone you suspect is being abused. I wish someone had taken the risk and asked me a question or two during my 12 years of marriage. Because, as you've seen in the video and heard, I was not only beaten, I was tortured, I was left for dead. To me, death would have been a relief. As a result of that, I live every day with one purpose in mind: to bring awareness, healing, and transformation to those that are caught in the cycle of domestic violence, and to train others on how to help. So all you professionals, I'm here. I am here tonight, and I gratefully and humbly accept this very, very prestigious award on behalf of those who are not here anymore and those that are suffering, on behalf of every victim of domestic violence, whether you're a man, woman, or child. There are still many victims who are silently suffering daily with no hope in sight. I could have never found the courage to start life over again without the many who helped play a significant role reaching out to me. I want to share this courage to come back award with my 4 beautiful children, and I honor you today because every day I wake up and thank God that I'm still here. Sat, Mandy, Amy, Terrence, thank you for being that strength. They have showed unbelievable resilience and gave me courage when I thought I had none. Thank you, my 4 bright lights, for believing in me, that we would one day experience life the way it was meant to be lived, in safety, with mutual respect and love. My freedom journey was also aided by many who helped with housing, job, food, vehicle, and teaching me a new culture and giving me a voice. There are too many to name tonight, and I can go and say desperate housewives. Please. The donors, especially the ones with lots of zeros at the end. All I can say to you all is a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for risking your life to save mine. Thank you for risking that one simple thing, the question that you would ask. May I help you? This act of caring and compassion was truly a lifeline which brought me back from the brink of despair. It is this amazing, amazing group of people, friends, neighbors, who are the true heroes and the reason that I find courage to continue to come back. Thank you all so much for honoring me this way. In closing, I ask all of you to now partner with me. No. Thank you all in helping me to take this message to your workplaces, your places of worship, to your homes, so that your sons and daughters, your brothers, your sisters, your mother may live in safety. Thank you. Thank you.